Hey everyone, it's KCat. So I didn't know how relatable I was on my channel until after I made my vlog yesterday. Actually, I made both of them. Um, Usually when you watch my videos, I it's usually from my phone. I'm usually wearing my Subway shirt because I'm usually on rare occasions, if I'm not at home, I'm usually at work. And usually, what people recognize um, is the my background because I'm usually right outside the store. So, but on a typical day, I will do a vlog. Usually it's once a week. Sometimes, like yesterday, if I'm really charged up, I'll do multiple, but that's very rare. And usually when I do a vlog, it's um, unplanned and not scripted. So I'll do the vlog, I'll upload it to my phone, upload it to YouTube, and usually it takes forever. Since I am at work, when I upload the video or upload the vlog, um, it usually takes an hour because the cell service here kind of sucks. Um, so by the time it actually uploads to my channel, um, with the help of being a natural blonde and having an actual job, I forgot. I typically forget that I uploaded it. So, and with me being a small YouTube channel, I don't get a lot. I'm humbled enough to not get hounded by people DMing me saying, well, why did you post that? And everything like that. So I take pride in the unedited version of my vlogs because that's usually where the genuine essence of who I am comes through. And I don't um I don't do it for clout. I don't do it for the views. I know people watch my videos, whether it's provoked, like me saying something, um, which I rarely do. You know, if I was meant for you, you will come and find me. I don't need to, you know, chase you down saying, I have a YouTube channel. I'm not like that. So, I've been very fortunate enough to have the 585 subscribers, and I believe I've been at the 500 range for subscribers for a hot minute, which is fine by me because I don't think I would be able to handle the success right away if I were to ever blow up, which right now I'm fine because, like I said, I'm right at the point where my channel is small enough that I'm right underneath the radar. Nobody knows unless you are actually searching my name, or I talk about it and stuff like that. And as for getting recognized, I usually get recognized for being relatable. You don't know how relatable you are when you do vlogs about your life you know, until you get someone coming up saying, "Hey, I saw you." um, I am no exception. Usually, when I get recognized, it's few and far between. And as of yesterday, I didn't know that I was going to get, I thought people were going to dismiss me. And so, yeah, I didn't know that I had a fan base in a small town, though. You know, what people don't know is I do get noticed. It's usually not from YouTube, but it's usually because the town that I live in, uh, if you were to look through my other videos, you know that I live in a small town. It's usually Amish. Amish don't really recognize a lot of people, so yeah, it's a rinky dink, small town, but it's pretty, it's quiet. And usually the locals, if you are consistent in what you do, with me being consistent with Subway, there's a stigma that, you know, everybody thinks that I live at Subway because I work here all the time. I have a lot of hours here, and um, I I usually tell the story of if I go into Walmart and people are like, "Hey, why are you here? You are the Subway lady." You know, So I usually get noticed because I make subs. I don't necessarily get noticed by my vlogs until this morning. Um, and when I do get noticed by my YouTube channel, it's usually because I'm that relatable and I have that, you know, type of personality, and it depends on the situation. Um, no, I got to give you a story. So yesterday I made the video where I made the vlogs of calling out a specific person. Do I still, am I going to apologize to you? No, because that was my opinion. Those were my feelings, and I just leave the vlog as is. Now, I did make a follow up vlog after I calmed down a little bit to give a greater detail about how I was feeling personally without going all spastic again. And like I said, I do the videos, I post it, and then I usually forget about it. And you don't know how small of a town you live in until you walk in somewhere and people are like, "Oh, I know you." Um, yeah, this morning I got up early. Mainly, I get up early on the weekends because I have to walk. And since lately it's been hot in the morning, I usually get up at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and Sunday just so I could walk in the cool air. And it works for me. So I get to the gas station. I go into the gas station today to get my iced coffee, and this lady is uh, standing next to me. Um, I have seen her in passing. We were talking about, we usually talk about something. She knew that I had a YouTube channel. I usually make her veggie sub and all of that stuff. So we do see each other in passing, but it's not like we are best friends. And technically, I hadn't seen her for like 2 weeks, so I forgot about her. So, and I forgot that she knew about my YouTube channel. And So I'm making my iced coffee and stuff like that. I'm putting all the sugar, cream sugar, all of the good stuff. I'm minding my own business. Take a swig of it so I'm not like totally brain dead, and to see if it's right. This lady comes in and she's elbow to elbow with me making her coffee, and we exchange pleasantries and all of that stuff. I recognized that she was the woman that I usually see in here. She hadn't come in, and I was like, oh, long time no see. And she's like, oh yeah, she goes, um I know you. She goes, I know you. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm working today. And she's like, no. Um, she goes, you still do the vlogging, right? And I said, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I saw your video yesterday. And I looked at her and I was like, oh, which one? And the look on her face was so funny. She's like, wait a minute, there's more than one? And I was like, yeah, I did more than one yesterday. And she's like, well, I was like, which one did you see? And she's like, well, I saw the one where you just popped off on your date. And I was like, oh, yeah, that one. And she's like, don't be ashamed of it. That, your videos, uh, she goes, believe it or not, your videos are really relatable. She's like, you know, she gave me the confidence, and the recognition, or, the realization that I'm not the only one that has been in that particular spot that I was in. And she's like, almost every woman um, watching that will be watching your latest vlog has been in a situation like that, where, you know, they get involved with a quote unquote nice guy, where no flags are presented, but then, you know, uh, it, yeah, there's always that one woman that will get you. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And she's like, yeah, just to let you know, you have a little fan base. She's like, think of it this way, you're not alone. And I was like, oh, awesome. And she's like, believe it or not, there's a group of us that, you know, watch your vlogs here in town. And I was like, oh, that's not scary at all. So, yeah, I found out that I had a little fan base uh, in 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 this small sleepy town. So it's kind of nice thinking about that. Yeah, she talked about, she congratulated me on the channel, and I was like, well, I'm not really that big on YouTube. And she's like, you don't need to. Um, and it was actually kind of cool when she said something to me that kind of stuck with me as she left, before she left to go to work. And the smallest she's like, I think the smallest content creators on YouTube do the most impactful, um, are the most inspirational and humbled, because we she's like, you don't have the pressures of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people, you know trying to make you, you should do this, you should do that. Having a small group of people watch your videos, it's more condensed and it's more supportive. There's less haters on my page. And like I said, I don't really get a lot of traction. I mean, I get views. Some I get more views than others, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm going to be famous by next Tuesday. Um, but yeah, after she talked with me this morning, I feel really blessed to have this platform. You know, am I going to change who I am? No. I think my vlogs are keeping me accountable and keeping my feelings in check. God, I learned, I'm just humble enough that I was able to do vlogs. Um, I, it's getting to the point where I almost want to unblock the dude to see his reaction, but I don't need that drama. But anyway, I just wanted to um, give you a vlog this morning and tell you that, and, you know, tell you that I literally, it feels so cool to have a small town fan base. At least I know I'm starting closer to home. And my vlogs are not being in vain and stuff like that. It's one thing when you send your vlogs to like your best friend, like whenever I send my vlogs to like my best friend Michaela, that's one thing, you know. Um, but to have like a perfect stranger say, "Hey, I've noticed, I notice you." Um, Especially outside of what I do on a normal basis. It's kind of cool. So, I think that's the positive vibe today. I'm going to leave it at that, you know. Um, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. That, what she said to me and how she interacted with me just totally changed my thought process. I'm not, I don't have to worry about a dude. I think, you know, I don't need a man. Do I want one? Yes. But I'm doing pretty good right now, just being me. Um, and as for the dating thing, um, it just goes to show that you don't need to put all of your eggs in one basket. If I'm not being exclusive with somebody, and that's what the lady said today this morning. She's like, you know what? Um, she did give me advice. She goes, I'm gonna give you a little advice since I watched your vlog from yesterday. She's like, as if you guys are not exclusive, meaning that you haven't established being boyfriend and girlfriend, it's okay. It's okay to date other people. It's okay to see other people, you know. And she's like, thankfully you realized that the relationship was not going to be healthy, or it wasn't going to be healthy for you, and you got out of it. She's like, you need to find a relationship with peace. And I was like, you know what? That's awesome. Yeah, I do. So, yeah, I learned a lot. I learned that it's okay to be me, it's okay to do my vlogs. And even if I act a little crazy, there's still a little piece of somebody else watching, who is watching the video, watching my vlogs, and being like, you know what? I totally felt that. So, like I said, today's vlog is basically inspirational for me, and um, kind of a proud moment because I actually got recognized. Like I said, small fan base, small town fan base. There's nothing like it. I hope you guys have a good Sunday. I'm gonna go inside, rock this shit with baking cookies and prepping the bread. If I do it early, nobody will yell at me. Stay true to yourself. People like that shit. Have a good day, you guys.